Breaking news, Gervonta Davis responded to Devin Haney stating that he wouldn't do an undisputed fight with a rehydration clause at 135, not 136. Well, Tank said in response, quote, "This no-knuckles pillow-fisted MF rehydrates 24 pounds basically, coming in as a middleweight and still can't give his opponents a nosebleed." End of the quote. Well, I'm pretty sure Kambosos will have something else to say about that, because he didn't just have his nose bleeding. Devin Haney had him bleeding from head to toes. I mean, his whole face was bleeding and breaking up. Therefore, all of this pillow-fisted talk is nonsense, since Devin Haney hurt Kambosos more than Teofimo Lopez did, who was a one-punch knockout artist at 135. Nevertheless, I don't understand why Tank has an issue with what Devin Haney said, because the only reason why Gervonta put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia was because this fight is at a catchweight. Remember, Ryan was complaining about Fortuna not wanting to fight at 135. So both Ryan and Tank are lightweights. However, because Ryan refused to fight at 135, Ryan owned division. That's when Tank suggested a catchweight along with a rehydration clause. Therefore, Ryan Garcia actually had two options. Either fight Tank with no rehydration clause at 135, Ryan owned division, or fight Tank at a catchweight with a rehydration clause, and clearly, Ryan picked the catchweight with the rehydration clause. So, why Tank had a problem with what Devin Haney said, I don't know, since Devin Haney is talking about fighting at 135. Not a catchweight. Devin Haney is willing to sacrifice and make 135. Unlike Ryan Garcia, who refused to fight Tank at 135. He wanted to fight at a catchweight. So again, Devin Haney is willing to do what Ryan wasn't willing to do, which is fight Tank at 135 with no rehydration clause. Ryan had that same option. However, he said no. He wanted a catchweight. More importantly, instead of Gervonta Davis focusing on his beef with Devin Haney, he should have been focused on the double standards that him and Devin Haney receive, such as the same people that say Gervonta Davis is weight draining Ryan Garcia. With that same breath, they turn around and say Devin Haney is too big for Lomachenko. He's a weight bully. But notice how they don't say that about Ryan when he's going up against Gervonta. They don't say Ryan is a weight bully, he has the size advantage, so on and so forth. You don't hear them say Gervonta is too small for Ryan Garcia, like they say about Lomachenko fighting Devin Haney. Absolutely not. Instead, old media created the narrative that Ryan Garcia is going to be weight drained. However, when it comes to Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, all of a sudden, they flip their own script. They reverse their own narrative that they created by claiming Devin Haney is not going to be weight drained like Ryan Garcia. Instead, he has the size advantage. He's a weight bully. You see, you can't have it both ways. Literally, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko is a mirror copy of Ryan versus Gervonta as far as weight and size. This is a pure example of old media narratives debunking each other since they overlapped. Their own narratives overlapped and ended up contradicting one another. Last but not least, I hear a lot of people in the comment section say Gervonta Davis is taking a page out of Floyd Mayweather's book with that rehydration clause. Well, I'm here to tell you that's the farthest thing from the truth. Because factually speaking, Floyd Mayweather, his entire pro career, he never, I repeat, he never had a rehydration clause in any of his fights. Floyd Mayweather always said, size don't win fights, skills do. Skills pay the bills. However, do you want to know who's the pioneer of rehydration clauses and utilize them for majority of his mega fights? Canelo Alvarez. That's right. If anything, Gervonta Davis is taking a page out of Canelo Alvarez's book. Remember when Canelo Alvarez created his own division at 155? That weight is famously known for being called Canelo's division. And throughout Canelo Alvarez's career of rehydration clauses, from the Kovalev fight to the Daniel Jacob fight, etc., old media and you fans defended his actions. It didn't matter what Canelo Alvarez did. You guys justified his actions. However, all of a sudden, now y'all got a problem with Tank. Keep the same energy. If you want to take credit from Tank due to the rehydration clause if he knocks out Ryan, then you're going to have to take credit away from nearly half of Canelo Alvarez's career. Me personally, I think Tank made a hell of a mistake with this rehydration clause. He's setting himself up for failure. He given Ryan an excuse. I mean, think about it. Why would they even do a catch weight at 136? Might as well fight at 135. The reason why Ryan preferred to fight at a catch weight of 136 pounds with a rehydration clause instead of at 135 without a rehydration clause is to have a built-in excuse. I mean, if you're going to fight at 136, 1 pound south of 135, might as well fight at 135. However, Ryan, he wanted to have a built-in excuse. That's why he's already making excuses as we speak. This is Ryan Trump excuse in case things doesn't go according to plan and Tanks knocks him out. He automatically gonna say, I was weight drained. Even though we all know Ryan could actually still make 135 better than Devin Haney can. However, he refused to fight Tank at 135 for a reason. That reason is a built-in excuse. With that being said, I'm going to drop a video on why Tank put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia and the truth behind it. So be on the lookout for the cookout. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you guys with what Devin and Bill Haney had to say about Tank rehydration clause. Check it out.
Said that he would like to fight you and Shakur next. Would you be willing to stay at 135 to fight Tank?
Yeah, of course. I would love to stay at 135 and fight the biggest names. Well, it all starts with May 20th. I got to be victorious in my next fight, and then those fights will line up.
Do you think would you take the rehydration clause to get that Tank fight?
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, I couldn't. I wouldn't, and I couldn't. Do the rehydration clause. At the end of the day, I'm the man with the belts. I'm the man with the hardware. And if it was a rehydration clause, it would be something that I wouldn't do.
Hey, Devin, you're a top pound-for-pound fighter, but a win over Lomachenko on May 20th. Where does this place you on the pound-for-pound list?
Put me number one, man. This was the guy y'all chose. This was number one pound for pound. He was this. He was the Matrix. He was this. He was untouchable. Everything, all that. You remember? Do y'all remember that or what? Because okay, so stay right there because after that, I just want y'all to give me my credit. As a young guy, 24 years old, didn't have to fight Loma. I didn't have to take the fight. But guess what? This is my legacy. I wanted to prove myself.
Hey,
I mean, everybody that I've called out and they actually wanted to fight me, I fought them. I don't have to fight Lomachenko, but guess what? I do because this is something for me. This is something internally. This is something that I really, truly wanted, and now it's the time.
Devin, and you fought Ryan 6 times. You fought Ryan 6 times in the amateurs. You sparred Tank twice. What did you see that makes you believe Tank beats Ryan?
Both good fighters. I don't know. We got to see. They both have that neutralizer. They both can hurt each other. Tank has more experience. Tank is more proven than Ryan. We got to see.
Fighting, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Floyd and them was saying he ain't ready and all that, right? So that's why we pulled up on him. In the schoolyard, right? You got to fight. You can't say that he ain't bad when he didn't just chase out the schoolyard. The man chased
listen,
him.
You know Tank come move.
Listen, man, you got to make it happen with that you want to make it happen with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Them people be saying everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? Man, talking about he's talking about he's 24 pounds and man, get out of here, man.
So
you trying to win nigga when a nigga get at the club. You want to Wayne. Listen, you want to Wayne when he come back.
Gonna do that with y'all too, Akhi?
Huh?
He gonna put them stimulations in there? Put the stimulations.
Do I think he's gonna do what? Do I think he's gonna do what?
Stimulations.
I couldn't hear you. One more time.
Like restricting Haney. Devin, basically restricting him.
Man, there's stipulations, man. And anybody else is sitting there playing the stipulations of whatever fight. You want to fight, you talking about making up some rules and making up some shit. You ain't that big, punk. You ain't that big, you know what I'm saying? And listen, anybody that's he first started talking, listen, I laid in the cut when he was talking about I was an old head and I'm 50 or 60 years old, you know what I'm saying? I waited till I was penciled in up and then got in here and got in his face. Then go ask you. Ask you
like
how
that,
I look. Yeah, ask the how I looked in. How about that?
But
you know.
Listen,
or
both
yourself, you know, and it'll be a pleasure.
You went to Juma today?
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Yeah, I did. You know what? And it's crazy because I'm really supposed to be on my peaceful.
You too?
Know what I'm saying?
Me too.
But,
hey, Trill Bill, I swear, Trill Bill. You can ask my girl. I'm like, anytime trying to talk, I'm like, Ramadan.
I'm deepest apologies.
I'm trying to.
Ramadan. That's why I said, alhamdulillah, my deepest apologies to any Muslims and all my Muslims, and more importantly, Allah. But man, dude be tripping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He be tripping, saying all that old side buster ass.
But
when all you got to do is say, let's fight.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Hopefully, it happened in Miami. Hard Rock, good time.
Old boy scared to death. Old boy scared. Hey, listen. Old boy scared to death. He gonna get embarrassed like he got embarrassed when he was at the doghouse. Tank Davis is scared to death, and if he ever fight Devin, he's gonna get embarrassed like he was embarrassed at the doghouse.
Straight like that.
Period.
All right.
Yeah, and listen, and weigh your chick in. You know what I mean? She might be a little bit over today. Yeah, weigh your girlfriend in. Mr. Tank, Weight Watcher, Davis.
Man, come on, Trill. You know my boy looking good now. Come on, Trill. You know my boy looking good.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? What's gonna make you fight and stop talking then? You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's gonna have to happen.
Nigga fight and stop talking.
The fans don't demand it too much. It's gonna have to happen. It's gonna have to happen. The fans want it too much. The fans want it too much.
Yeah, well, tell Fat Boy, listen, watch on May 20th, and he's going to watch the best fighter on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Mr. Mr. Gervonta, Weight Watcher Davis. It's the chroma. You take these off.
Like that. Oh, you done switched it up. Oh, you done switched it up. Professor,
you gotta switch it off just in case they need to make sure.
He done switched it up on him. Okay, then.
Hey, bless you, King. You have a good one, all right?